Hello, icicles! Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you guys a secret that I have been holding on to for a while now. It has been a secret not because it's like hugely scandalous. It's just been a secret because I didn't know if I wanted to let you guys know about it and how soon I wanted to let you guys know about it. Now, first of all, I'm not pregnant, so we can throw that one out the window. I don't have a boyfriend, so we can throw that one out the window. But it definitely is something that is 100% life-changing. And the thing is, drum roll please, I dropped out of school. So I had to let school go because, first of all, I'm a person that chases passion, and it started when I started my channel in my last year of high school. I kind of was like, I love YouTube, you know. I started falling in love with it, and I was like, I could really start seeing myself making that a career for myself and taking it seriously because it was something that I really enjoy. And you know, when it comes to life, like, you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect it looking backwards. So when I'm looking back at my life, I was never able to set quote-unquote realistic goals. I was never able to say what I want to do with the rest of my life. When it came to searching for colleges, I changed my career choice probably like 6 times because I just never knew what I wanted to do. And it wasn't because like I felt like, wow, there's so many choices. I just literally felt like there's nothing for me. There's nothing that they tell you to do when you go to school that I feel like would be for me. I contemplated being a guidance counselor, like you guys know, and it still didn't feel like it was for me. It felt like, yeah, it would be cool to be a guidance counselor, but it did not feel like, yes, I should be a guidance counselor. You know, it didn't feel like I'm going to feel fulfilled being a guidance counselor. None of the careers that I could ever think of gave me that feeling or that thought that I would be fulfilled, that my heart would be full, that I would be happy, that I would just be living an abundant life, a happy and abundant life. Maybe an abundant life because the yearly salary was pretty, but never like an abundant life to say that I was actually going to enjoy it. Like abundance and happiness, it didn't seem like that was in the cards with any of the jobs that I had to look at. And then when I started YouTube, I was like, you know, I really love this. I fell in love with everything it was. Even before I had a bunch of subscribers, I fell in love with making the videos, editing the videos. I fell in love with being in front of this camera and just putting my personality on the screen. That's just what started to draw me in. And then as I continued seeing the success, seeing how much people loved it, seeing how much people saw the same vision that I saw, propelled me even further. It made me dedicate myself even more to it. So now at this point, when I'm totally in love with it, I'm totally consumed with it, I know that it's something I'm gonna do for the rest of my life regardless of where I find myself. I was choosing my major. And when I chose my major because I thought to myself, this is what I want to do. I want to do YouTube, but I can't tell people I want to do YouTube for the rest of my life because they're gonna look at me like I'm crazy. I can't tell people that I want to do YouTube for the rest of my life because they're going to be like, this is so unrealistic. And then on top of that, I've always been a straight A student. I've always been really good in school. So for me to tell people that I don't want to do anything that requires me to use all that knowledge in my brain and smarts and whatnot, it's like a lot of people are like, huh? Like, you're so smart. Why wouldn't you do something? Like, why wouldn't you go get a nice degree and do something with it? But quite honestly, when I was choosing my major, I was like, I don't want to do none of this shit. But I was like, you know, I have to choose something because my parents want me to go to college. So I was like, the only way I can really get around this is by doing something in the meantime that will help me as I make my way up. Because I really was telling my mom, like, I really don't want to go to college. Like, I would be okay with not going because there's no reason for me to go because I'm going to be a successful model and YouTuber. And I really believe that. And I just didn't have that choice at the end of the day because my father wanted me to go, and I knew that part of me was a little concerned about letting everybody else who wanted me to go down. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go for PR. Now PR, public relations, is marketing and advertising mixed. So that's pretty much what I do for my channel. That's pretty much what I do for myself. So I said, if I'm going to go to college, it's gonna help me do what I gotta do. So I went to college. I kind of loved it. Like, the campus is pretty. That's something that I enjoy. That's something that I will always never bash St. John's about, because I loved the campus. Like, it was beautiful. It was a great place to be. They threw a lot of events, but I really hated it there. I hated it there for personal reasons, but also, like, I just felt like I kept missing out. Like, I felt like there's so much to offer on this campus, but I could never have access to any of it. I was a commuter student, and then I need my creative space, so I couldn't dorm. And then that extra money to go to a school that is 30 minutes away, if so much, is like, it doesn't make sense. So I never really got that college experience, so I hated it. I hated it because I never really had friends, because everybody who was friends were like friends with people who lived on campus. And even if I had friends, they were more closer with people that were living on campus. So it was like, I always felt like a second tier friend, if that makes sense. You know, that friend that you know, that you see, she goes to school with you, but you don't really mess with her like that. That's how I kind of felt about myself. I kind of felt like everybody, I was pushing myself on a lot of people, and they may not have felt that way. They were very sweet to me, a lot of them, but for me, I just felt like I didn't fit in there. I always felt out of place, and I went there every day and I continuously felt out of place. I sat in class and I felt out of place. The only way I was finding my happiness is with YouTube. And so now I'm here and I'm in my sophomore year. I went for my first semester and I was like, you know, like, this is just really blowing me. Like, I can't do this. Like, this is not where I want to be. I don't want to be here. I'm unhappy here. And I know everything in me is telling me that I'm going to be successful with whatever I'm dreaming about. I am a dreamer. I am 100% a dreamer. I do not need anybody to tell me what is more realistic. I do not need anybody to encourage me to do what is more realistic. I am 100% a dreamer, and nobody's ever going to convince me that anything I want is unattainable. So I was just kind of like to the point where I was ready to let go. And so I was praying to God, and I was asking God for a way out. I was asking God for something. Like, I was heavily doing YouTube and modeling at the time. So I'm like, I would love to get a really great modeling job that would pay me a lot of money, or really consistent modeling jobs that would be giving me consistent good money, because being a model is good money, you guys. I was just hoping that I was gonna get something, or consistent some things that would make me have enough of a reason to not have to go back to school. I was like trying to be in a movie or something so that I would not have to go to school. I would be working on something that would not give me the time to go to school, so I would just have to drop out because I was just making so much money, right? And that never happened. I thought that that's how it was gonna come, but you know, sometimes when we ask God for things, it doesn't come in the shape that we expect it to come. I expected it to come with like really great sponsorships, or 1 million subscribers, or like a really great amount of modeling jobs, but it didn't come in that form. It actually came in the form of Forex trading, you guys. So I've always heard of investing. I've always found myself attracted to investing. Like, I used to look up stocks. I used to look up how would you invest in stock. I tried to have a whole notebook, and I was like writing notes about stocks and what makes sense to invest in stocks, and learning all the words and learning all these things, because I was really interested in making my money work for me, because I was like, there's no way that I'm going to be busting my ass for the rest of my life. I was like, there has to be some easier way to make money and still live in my passions. So I was always looking up ways to invest. So I guess God's seen that, and he also heard my prayers about wanting to find some way to get out of school and be able to live my passions and still make money. And also, he also heard my prayers about wanting friends, wanting people that are on the same wavelength as me, wanting people who can understand me, and just like great vibes, because I didn't really have people that could really see eye to eye with me. Like, they could see eye to eye with parts of me, but the whole picture of me, I've always felt out of place my whole life. Nobody has ever gotten the whole me. So God answered my prayers, and he dropped Forex in my lap. And I promise you guys that I never saw myself in a million years doing this. I never saw myself taking this avenue because I never knew about it, right? And a friend of mine, a friend of a friend of mine, messaged me one day and told me about this opportunity, and we got on a phone call and he explained the opportunity to me. I was kind of like, yo, this might be my ticket. So right now, because I want to just update you guys on my life and everything, I'm not going to tell you guys the whole story about how I got involved with Forex, but honestly, it's the best thing, one of the best things that I've ever done. Modeling and my YouTube are on that list, but it is definitely top 5, one of the most important things and the most helpful things that I've ever done in my life. And then from the moment I started, I saw the vision in it, I saw what I wanted. So I just kept working towards it. And the more progress I saw, I was like, yo, this really is gonna change my life. And when I first started trading, my mentor can attest to this. I was so amazed that you can make money from your phone. Like, it literally changed the game for me, because I literally was sitting down thinking to myself, like, maybe somebody is going to give me a sponsorship, you know, maybe somebody is going to give me a job. I was waiting on other people to give me something so that I can change my life, right? And then this opportunity fell in my lap that I was changing my life by myself. I was taking what little bit I already had and turning it into more. I will make another video on why I love it and why I felt like it was enough to drop out of school, but that is the reason that I dropped out of school, because I started trading, I started making a lot of money, and honestly, I was conditioned to think that you go to school, you get a degree, you get a job, and then you get money. And with this opportunity, it took me straight to the money. No degree, no sitting in class, no listening to nobody, no none of that, just straight to the money. And I love money, I really do. And it's not that I love money because I'm greedy, because I'm always giving money away. That's where all my money goes, to other people. But I love money in the sense that it makes a lot of things easier. It gives you freedom. It allows you to buy things. It allows you to go places. It allows you to do things. It improves your quality of life. And I feel like my parents deserve higher quality of life. My siblings deserve a higher quality of life. I will definitely go more into depth about what it is and why I love it and how you guys can get started in a different video. Yes, I dropped out of school. I am a Forex trader now. I am a model, and I am a YouTuber. I know you guys are gonna ask about my parents. My dad wasn't too happy with it, but when I brought the decision to him, he already knew it was a decision that I had already made. So it wasn't like there was room for him to be like, I don't think you should do this. He still like said what he had to say. He said, you know, that there is gonna be consequences for anything that you do, and no matter how good or bad, it has its consequences. He just reminded me of that, and he was like, whatever you want to do, we support you. And my mom didn't want me to go to school, so it wasn't like her that I had to talk to, but it was really comforting that my dad was very supportive and he knew that I had a plan. That's one thing about me. I had a plan. I said, I'm not going to school, but I will be making money. I will be growing my brands. I will be feeding my passions that are also going to put food on the table. And as I said that and made that decision, now I'm in this great place. I'm making money. I am helping my family out. I am providing. So it's not to say that I'm providing, like I'm not gonna buy us a house today, very soon, but I'm not gonna buy us a house today, and we know it's a process, but I'm a lot further than I was before. I didn't have a job. I depended on my mom and my dad for money. I rarely asked my parents for money. I paid for a trip to go to Houston. I'm going to post that vlog for you guys because I want to bring you guys into everything that I do. So I will be posting that vlog. I vlogged that whole experience that I paid for, and I'm proud of that. You know, I could not have done that if I was where I was before. And then a big thing for me was that I needed to find something that would allow me to focus on my passions. Now, I'm not telling you guys to drop out of school, because some people need to go to school. We need doctors, we need all these other kinds of careers. We need people who do PR, because I'm going to be hiring somebody to do PR for me. You know when you feel something in you. Some people have a passion for PR, and that's why they belong there. And that's why they will make hella money in that field, because they belong there. Right? But I'm somebody who I would not enjoy being there. I would not be happy doing PR for other people. For any, like, that's just, it's not something that I can see myself being passionate about. This is what I'm passionate about. So Definitely, if you are in school, you know what you want to do, you love what you do, stay in school. And I told you guys in the beginning, I don't have a boyfriend. I remember I told you guys that I wasn't dating for a number of reasons. I told you guys I wasn't dating because I just, like, I wasn't interested. I was focused on my work. I'm scarred from men. And, what was it? It was some other things that I was just not personally ready. Like, I wasn't where I felt like I needed to be able to be in a relationship, because I wasn't happy. I was happy, but I wasn't as happy as I am now. I was happy on the outside and working towards more permanent happiness, but I wasn't happy. Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, like every day I wake up I feel beautiful, like how I do now. And so that was the reason I was staying away from guys. But now I'm in such a great place. Like I told you guys, I literally wake up every day, I feel beautiful. Like, obviously things happen, obviously, like, this is the world. I can stub my toe, things can go wrong, but I'm in such a great place that not much phases me. And I'm also in such a great place mentally that I'm ready to start dating again, but I don't think that I'm going to look for people. Like, I don't think I'm going to be on the lookout like, oh, put me on, oh, tell your friends that I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. Like, I'm not single and ready to mingle. I'm single. I'm open to opportunity, but I'm not like heavily dating. Like, I'm not dedicating time and energy into it. If it happens, it happens. That's where I'm at right now. If it happens, it happens. If I come across somebody who meets everything that I want, that's something I learned. I used to think that my standards were way too high, but once I lowered them, I got lower quality men. So you have to keep your standards high so that you can get higher quality people. Make sense? You have to force people to come up or rise up. That's where I'm at. I'm kind of like, I know what I want, I know what I deserve, so I'm not playing games kind of thing. And I'm not like running away from men. I'm not doing the dating, like dating a bunch of guys. Also because I've never been that kind of person, and I believe once you get greedy, you lose something. And so, like, what if somebody great comes into my life and I'm like, no, I'm not going to settle down for you because I want to taste the rest of the colors of the rainbow. Like, what? Do you guys know how rare good people are in this world? Like, the second I get my hands on somebody and I'm 100% sure that they can deal with everything that I come with and that they are really like just everything that they need to be for me, and that I can be what I need to be for them, even if it takes time, even if it's going to take time, I think I'm gonna just take it. Do not date anybody that does not see you as more than what you already are, because they will put you in positions to only stay where you are. And as humans, if we want to prosper, we have to constantly grow. So if you're in an intimate relationship with somebody who doesn't want you to grow, who wants you to stay the version of yourself that you are right now, you're in trouble. You're in deep but that's just to let you guys know the growth that I have gone through since then and now. Like, I'm really not bitter. I'm in such a good place. It's ridiculous. I genuinely feel like now I am a whole person. I don't feel like I was a whole person before. I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I don't want to tolerate. I know what I deserve. So I feel like now that I'm a whole person and I'm happy by myself, I'm able to take that and keep this person whole in any situation that I walk into. So I know that if something doesn't work out, I understand that it genuinely did not work out because it wasn't supposed to. Not because I was flawed, not because I was insecure, not because I was just like not wanting to see what it was. And so fingers crossed, between this year and next year, your girl will be Buddha. Another thing that has been new in my life is that, as we all know, the very, very successful rapper Pop Smoke has passed, and that hit me crazy because of the fact that I went to middle school with him. And I never really had a relationship with him. I'm not going to say like we were besties, but I saw him a lot. I saw how he interacted with people a lot. I heard a lot about him because my friends that were really close friends with him or were really cool with him were really cool with me. So, you know, we were always around each other. Like, I always saw him. So it's like he's a real person for me. He's not like just some celebrity that I've never seen before, that I've never heard of. I saw him when he was a kid. So now when I hear all of his success, and he's from Canarsie, I'm from Canarsie, he went to my middle school, so he feels like a tangible person to me. So when he made the success and he made the strides that he made, it was like, yo, damn, like that is so real. Like I can have that. Like I dead can have that. And it wasn't like I was really doubting it before. Remember I told you guys I felt it 100% that I was gonna be successful and that I was gonna live my dreams. But knowing it in your head and then seeing somebody else do it just makes it 10 times more real for you, because it's like now I'm not just being a dreamer. I'm not just like figuring this thing out. Somebody has done it. And that's not to say we're in the same industry. I just feel like what made his death hurt more was that he was a hope for me. He was a confirmation for me. And so every time I looked at him, every time I heard his music, it was confirmation. And that's not to say that that's gone because he's gone, but I felt that. Like I just felt it, like wow, he was doing the damn thing and y'all just gonna go like what? Like there can be so much evil in this world and you just have to protect yourself. You have to pray for protection. God, you gotta trust that God knows what he's doing as well. But rest in peace, Pop. That death also has been something that has pushed me to work harder, because it shows you that time is a man-made thing. He got where he got in a matter of months, y'all. Not even a whole year. In a matter of months, y'all. His life got to where most people may never get in their lives because they don't even want it or they don't work hard enough for it. In a matter of months. Time is man-made, y'all. Apply yourselves, apply pressure, pour your passion, pour love into you and everything around you, and everything will blossom. That's really the moral of the story. Let's just go. Let's grind, y'all. I'm gonna be the next biggest YouTuber out of Canarsie, period. That is pretty much it for my life update. There hasn't been much change in like where I am. I still live in the same house. You guys see my pretty room. I definitely will be adding some stuff to the channel because we are about to be 100K. I am so excited for 100K, and I'm excited for 100K because I want to drop that dance tutorial part 2 for you guys. I'm excited for 100K because I've been grinding for this. I love it. I know that I have been slacking a little bit, and that's because of me dropping out of school. That's because of me picking up this trading. That's because of me just trying to get my life together, trying to find my happiness. So definitely consistency is going to pick up. I'm going to add a segment to my channel that I've been thinking about for a while. I hope you guys will like it, but I've really been brainstorming. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and now that I'm not going to school, I'm going to have so much more time to pour into you guys. I'm going to have so much more time to do things that I've actually wanted to do. A lot of things that I wanted to do with my channel I couldn't do because I didn't have money and I didn't have time, and now I have money and I have time. I thank you guys for loving every part of me. I thank you guys who came here because of my dance tutorial part 1 video, and that video is at like almost 2 million views. But I'm happy that whoever came here because of that video stuck around and saw something else in me besides my dancing. That's something I really always appreciate from you guys, because I love dancing. Dancing and music is 100% a huge part of me. But you guys know my heart, my brain, and my soul is also a big part of me, and that is what I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys the fun parts of me, the real parts of me, the sad parts of me, the growing parts of me, all of it. I want you guys to love all of it. So like I said, there's a lot to come in store. There's a lot in store to come in. I don't even know how you say that, but at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that 2020 is my year. 2020 is the year that everything changes, and all of you who are watching my channel are going to witness it, and I can't wait to bring you guys along as much as possible. I don't think I'm going to give myself a schedule to post, because I feel like when I give myself a schedule to post, I feel rushed to put something out, and I don't want to put no rushed content out for you guys. I don't want to put no half-ass videos out for you guys. So I will post as often as I have videos. So when I have it, after it's edited, I will upload it. I'm not going to tell you guys which day. I'll probably tell you guys a day in advance via social media, but there's not going to be a schedule. I'm just going to post whenever. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do not forget to do so and hit that little notification bell so you can get notified when I post. I will see you guys next video. Later.